Have you ever snapped at your kid or your spouse and then either instantly or later on in the day kind of completely regretted it? And it's something that you felt, there's some shame and maybe some guilt that kind of played along with it, that you really wish that you could go back and take it back. You feel bad for the way that you reacted, what it was that you said, how you said it, all of those kind of things, because you know that it hurt. And I know that this has happened for myself, and I think that, most all of us can probably relate to this in some way or another. And I think the thing that we have to keep in mind with this is that there's reasons for why we get to this point. And for most of us, the reason for this is just simply because we become completely overwhelmed and overloaded with too much going on, and we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not taking care of ourselves through this process. Parenting is challenging. Life is challenging. It's chaos, and we are constantly, trying to kind of muddle our way through it from time to time. And there's times where we are not at our best, and we say things and we do things that we wish that we didn't, and we wish that we could kind of take back. And this is one of the things that, as a sleep coach and kind of, working with people over the years to improve their sleep and everything, this is one of the areas that, I see this kind of coming out a lot in, is when we are sleep deprived and we are running our life and parenting and running our careers and businesses and all that kind of stuff in a sleep deprived state, not only do we tend to make poor decisions, but we are living in a state of constant, almost constant shame and guilt and constant disconnection with the people around us, because we're always tired. We're always exhausted. We're always completely overburdened with everything. That you sit down on the couch at the end of the day and you just drone out watching TV, not connecting with anybody, maybe ignoring the kids, maybe ignoring your spouse, and you're just staring off into the abyss of nothing. This is something that we can address. This is something that we can change and that we need to change. We don't want to lose those connections. We don't want to be that version of ourselves. We need to make sure that we are prioritizing our own health, prioritizing our own sleep in the regards here. Because that is often, for many of us, that's kind of the first thing to go, and that's the first place to start a lot of times, is when life gets busy and we have too much going on. What do we often do? If we don't have enough time, we sleep less. I know I'm guilty of it. I think we all are guilty of it to some extent. When times run short, sleep is often one of the very first things to go, which honestly, when you look at kind of the research and everything, it's not a good spot to start, because so much relies on it. And a lot of times we do kind of see this. We can see this play out in our own lives, where if you are trying to make good positive changes in your life, if you are sleep deprived, good luck with that, because it's probably not going to happen, because we have the tendency, the research and everything backs us up, that we make poor decisions when we are sleep deprived. When we are sleep deprived, we're going to have a very short fuse. Our temper is going to be short. We're going to be, picking fights with our spouse more. We're going to be, snapping at the kids. We're going to be, maybe falling behind at tasks at work. All of those kind of things come as a result of us just not taking care of ourselves and getting the sleep and the rest that we need to. Now, unfortunately, in many ways, we've been told over the years that the thing that you do is you just push through it. If you are tired, you slam an energy drink, another cup of coffee, and you keep going. Instead of actually listening to your body and listening to the cues and what it's telling you that you need to be doing, we ignore it. And this results in us burning out and running ourselves completely into the ground. And when that happens, we are borderline useless. And that is what I don't want for all of you. If you're watching this and you've gotten to this point in the video, this is exactly what I don't want for you. I don't want you to burn out, because when you burn out, you're not going to be who it is that you're wanting to be for your loved ones, for the work that you do, and the life that you're wanting to live. We got to keep ourselves from getting to that point. So my final message to you then at the end of this video is, make sure that you are prioritizing your rest. Make sure you are prioritizing your sleep. Maybe you're not able to get the full 8 hours that's recommended. 7 to 9 is actually what it is, but the average is 8. Maybe you're not able to get that. Maybe that means that you need to squeeze in a nap here or there if you can. Or maybe that means that you just need to take some time to have some quiet rest. Either way, we need to make sure that we are prioritizing this a little bit more. Making sure that you're getting the rest that you need so that you can be at your best. Because not only do you need to do it for yourself, but I guarantee you the people in your life, the people who depend on you, they need that as well. And that goes a long way. You need to do it for yourself, but we need to make sure that we are taking that time because, again, we don't want to run ourselves into the ground and just completely burn out, because that doesn't ever lead anywhere good. So, that being said, thanks for watching. Tune in more. I've got more stuff that's going to be coming out. And my goal is just to help you guys with kind of all of this so that you can fix your own sleep and get yourself in a better place. Getting rest, getting sleep is not a selfish thing to do. It's not a selfish thing, and it's a shift in our mindset that we need to have, is that it's a responsible thing that we have to make sure that we are doing, because if we want to be at our best for our family, our friends, the work that we do, if we want to be at our best for ourselves, we got to make sure that we're prioritizing this. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.